Hi guys, how you all doing? So, I thought I'd give you a little look at what I've been doing and a few things that I'm gonna be doing. So I'm gonna start with these two Charisma cars. Obviously you've seen these before. But I'm gonna do a little test with these. I put two 5 gram weights in the Scooby and there's two 10 gram weights in the Toyota. So when I do a little run, I'm gonna see how they both handle with the weights. And then yeah, decide which one I'm going to go with, and then yeah, just use them weights. So there's two 5 gram weights in this and two 10 gram weights in this. I'll do a video on these soon, in the next couple of days maybe, hopefully. But yeah, that's just a little test I'm doing with these. So my plans for the conversion on the HPI Wheelie King didn't quite go too well. I got most of the parts. Yeah, I got most of the parts. But what happened was, if I just turn it sideways. So the two things is this link here, they're actually all one piece, and then these come off of it. Maybe I can pop these off and put the Traxxas ones onto this link. If not, I have to put a long screw through here and then put like a nut or something either side to hold it. And then the second issue I had was the drive shafts I bought aren't long enough. So when it's extended out, these drive shafts ain't long enough to reach. Nor the other drive shafts that I bought, they were Traxxas ones. But I know what the problem is. Inside here where it slots in, the ones that I bought, they're like, where the slots are, they're quite wide. I need the more narrow ones, which go in like, I had one like the Traxxas Slayer kind of drive shafts. You need them kind of ones. But anyway, that's what I've been doing on that. And then obviously I did my run video the other day with this car, MN86KS, sorry. So I got a new couple of plans with this one, and that's going to be metal transfer case, metal gearbox. I've got mud guards coming and license plates. So when I change all that over, I'm going to see about, these cars are actually quite heavy, guys. This is actually heavier than that Wheelie King. I'm going to see about changing the lights in the top of here. Hopefully I'll be able to, but it means I've got to take it all back off to change them, because I just don't think they're bright enough. So yeah guys, I'm going to be doing a bit more work on this. So it's going to get the metal transfer case, metal gearbox, mud flaps, license plate, change these lights, and then I'll give it another run. So the next car I'm working on is one of these cars, guys. This is a Hatari Night Rider car. These are quite old cars. It's not actually a model RC car. It's more of a kid's toy grade RC car. But these cars sell for stupid money on eBay. Luckily enough, I bought 4 cars with her. So I bought these 4 cars for £100. So I look at it as like 25 quid each, which isn't bad. So this Night Rider car is going to stay original. And then I decided to mod this car because the window was damaged on the front. I've had to repaint that. What is the other thing? Oh, all the batteries inside, like underneath where you put the batteries, it all leaked in there, so it was all corroded. Again, all 4 of these are toy grade RC cars, guys. They're not actual model spec. So anyway, this car kind of works. It's a little bit weird, guys. Because with the front on the controller, it doesn't like to work. But you take the front off the controller and it actually does work. Weirdly enough, I've had a look at this controller. It all runs on like It's kind of like the old style ESCs. It runs on a little switch that just slides up and down. So as it's sliding up and down, it's meant to keep the contact, but it kind of doesn't, not with the front of the controller on anyway. So anyway, I wanted a Knight Rider car that actually works, so I've been modding this one. So I'm modding this one, keeping this original. This kind of works. It goes backwards and forwards, but it doesn't turn. And the Back to the Future car didn't really do anything anyway. But yeah, I bought all four of them for £100, so it was all in, all four for £100. So this one I managed to get working, kind of, when you take the front off the controller, which is weird. This one I'm modifying. Like I said, this one goes forward and backwards. I couldn't get this to do anything. I'll quickly show you this before I move on. Where's that button?
In 1972, a crack commando unit was sent to prison.
Would have been better if these were white.
These men promptly escaped from a maximum security stockade to the Los Angeles underground. Today, still wanted by the government, they survive as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire the A-Team.
I think that's actually pretty cool. I like it just because it does that. Another thing as well, as you would notice, is like half and half is half grey, half black. Which, as we both know, is meant to be all black. But, yeah, I don't know, guys. The steering doesn't work anyway. It's weird, though, because the controller for that, which is this, it actually does control this Knight Rider car. Even when you press this sound button, it works on the Knight Rider car. The only difference with this controller and the Knight Rider controller, it's got two speed settings. On the Knight Rider car, when you go forward, it's got a bit, and then when you hit full, it is actually quite fast. When you hit full throttle on this, it's actually quite slow. So like the throttle limits are different on these controllers. But yeah, this controller does actually control that Knight Rider car. So anyway, I'll show you the mod that I've done to this to get the steering to work. Right, and guys, so because like I said, that other controller doesn't really work with this car, but the 18 valve one kind of does. So I'm going to show you the steering on the car with the scanner going. So this is the normal steering. Like you can hardly see the wheel coming out that. Let me just flip it upside down. And just so you can see. And that is running off the 18 valve controller, guys. See? And it actually does work off of it. If I turn... There, if I press this button... So yeah, that's the one I'm keeping original. Like I said, the controller for this car works if you take this front panel off. If you take the front panel off, you can actually drive this car around with this controller. But I found that it works with the 18 one anyway, so I'm not too bothered about it. It's kind of weird how you got to take the panel off that controller, guys. It's kind of weird. So anyway, like I said, this is the one I'm keeping original. It's hard to tell, isn't it, guys? Right then, guys, so this is the one I'm modding. So before I start, I've rigged up another 2 set of lights here in the front, and they're all white lights now. These 2 outside lights are like orange on that car. On the other car over there, if you drive it around, when you go forward, they light up orange. So these would be white now. I want to try and do some backlights, guys, but yeah, I'm a little bit stuck with that, but I'm working on it. So hopefully I'll figure something out on it. I don't know. Like, all this panel is just solid plastic, so I don't really know how to do them. I'm going to try. I'm not going to give up on it. So at the moment for this, I'm waiting for the ESC and the scanner lights to go in the front. So for the moment, I've rigged it up with this ESC and this battery, but I'm going to be using this battery, which is the battery for this car. It's basically the battery for this, which is a HB, I think it's like a HBX something or another. You can get a Ken Block car the same. There's a couple on YouTube. But yeah, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the steering. I wanted to try and keep it all in here, guys. Like, literally, the steering, it just had a motor with some gears in here. And it had this like plastic thing that come off with 2 prongs like that, which would turn the steering, which was shit. Because I wanted my steering to be more precise. I kind of used the same setup and then put the thing down here with a little pin coming through into a hole, but I didn't realise that as that swings round, it's going to cause a pendulum effect. So the problem I was having, it would steer this way alright, but wouldn't steer the opposite way. And what was happening, because it's causing the pendulum effect, if you see how high this is compared to how high this is, and that's because when you turn this way, this will raise. You'll see that now anyway once I turn that on. Where's that controller to? I did have the controller. Oh, here he is. Right, let me turn that on. Turn that on. And it does work though, guys. And it's not going to pop out because this will hit the top of here. So, see? I think I need to go a little bit more to the left on the steering. You can see it's working. The good thing is I'm using the Traxxas radio, which will allow you to have a little bit more swing either way. I wasn't going to use the Traxxas radio gear. I was going to use this radio. But this radio gear doesn't allow you like 25% more swing on your steering. But as you can see, guys, it is functional. Mind over matter on that, like. So it is working. Once I get it up and running and get it sorted, I've actually mounted a gyro here on the front, which I'll have to dial all of that in, get it all dialed in, and then I can put it together and do a run video with it. So yeah, I'll put the shell on a minute, guys. Yeah, guys, I think it's going to be alright, you know. So yeah, once I get the ESC in there, I'll be able to get it driving, then I can sort out the steering so it goes straight, and then I can work on doing the gyro. Once all that's in, it's mainly only the front scanner lights I got to do. I do have another car I got to show you guys, but I'm going to leave that for another video because this one's gone on long enough. So on that note, I'm going to leave it there. Please like and subscribe, leave any comments, and I'll see you next time. Make sure you stay tuned for the next car because you're not going to want to miss it.